All right. Good afternoon, heroes and heroines, and welcome to Writing Documentation in English, where we're going to document the configuration file of Cinera. So let's run the program and show you where we're at. We've got this configuration thing printed out. There are two things I want to just change about this. I just want to remove this line so that everybody is consistently sort of, they got the title and then the items without a space between them. And then similarly, the projects. So I'm just going to omit this line. So let's just do that. Which was it? Yeah, the global settings was the one. And I think it's just this. Print the column, print the title, which itself does a new line. And then after having printed the lineage, don't do a carriage return and margin. I think that's it. So that global says is how I want it to look. And this is how I want this to look also. It's a bit more compact. And also it sort of marries up with the bottom. So where previously there was a space, there was a new line after this. You had this space up there available. At the bottom we didn't have that space. I guess technically you could choose to actually add the space at the bottom also. But I think I like this. Oh, another thing we need to do also is for each project, right down at the bottom, isn't it? It prints the. Oh no, it does print everyone. I'll just test that. So there's an indexer here. Let's just add another indexer. All right. Well, pretty sure the guest is at least something, isn't it? Yes, we've got a guest. So what's the co-host thing? Oh. Right. I wonder if I want to change that, actually. Just have a quick look at how this is usually spelled. So it can be spelled all one word. Co-host, yeah. One of two people who yeah. So I might actually just screw that and say that the format is actually that. So I need to change the actual thing. I think that's all I have to change actually. Yeah, I do think that's all you need to change. So yeah, that is now invalid. So if we just save this, it picks it up. And then, what happens if you put two of the same person? Okay, so it hasn't bothered to actually put them twice. Okay, cool. Perfect. Is this case insensitive? I can't remember. Seems to be. Yeah, okay, so yeah, so this is what they actually are, isn't it? Oh. So this is me. Oh, I might as well get my support in actually. So there's Meblo. Yeah, and again, the point of this printout really is to show people exactly what they're actually going to end up with. So, although here in the actual config, they've used this piece of information here, that actually gets resolved to become this. So that's basically kind of some of the points of, well, most of the points actually of printing this out to show people if you put this, what you actually end up with is this. And if you wanted wanted that to be literal, I think this should do that literally. Yeah. So then you get that. And if you want the, yeah, if you wanted the thing also, if you wanted the backslash also, you need to backslash escape the backslash, and then you have to backslash escape the thing in turn. Let me just see if this works. Interesting. So that hasn't exactly worked as I was expecting. What if I need to make it do it? singles, it's not that. So where are we actually handling that, I wonder? I suppose it just gets pushed on as a full token. Oh, mind you, we are actually in a string here, aren't we? Now that I think about it. So yeah, we are within the double quote thing. If we encounter this, then we increment the length and increment the B pointer past that one. We then in turn increment the length again and increment past that backslash. And again, we're still within the quotes. So shouldn't at this point, when we encounter a third backslash, shouldn't we just increment past that and then do the same thing basically? Okay, so I've got 3 backslashes here. Just double check, save that. Right, so if we run to here, where about we be actually? Okay, so that's the first thing. We know that with the bases, so let's take a look at the base. I think I'd expect this to be a H. So it's where's the backslash? Oh, there's a backslash here, is that right? Global search template is equal to oh, it's just going to check it, isn't it? So it's not actually there I want to be jumping to. It's only if we get in. Right, so now if we go to T-content base. That's what I was expecting. So now we're being presented with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 backslashes. T content has a length also, so we can look at that. So that thing gets 8 characters long so far. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In fact, let's do it over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And then we've encountered the backslash. So we're saying increment the length and the pointer, so increment to here. So we're letting this get passed in. Go to here, and then when we come out, we're going to again go past there and there. Right. And while we're still within this, which we are, we're going to do this check. If that is a backslash, which it will be, so let's just do it. Right, we passed that test again. And now that B pointer is going to be the dollar. Yeah. So it's length 12. Oh, well, it's going to be the entire thing, actually, isn't it? So I actually need to talk about once I've got out of here. Right, so that's saying it's 49 characters long. Yeah. 49 characters, so that's correct. So I think that's tokenized that entire thing. So maybe the resolution is causing a bit of an issue. So yeah, what token count is that actually? Token, that's result. So they're saying the 81st token, let's just double check actually, it's the result. Oh. So I've lost it. I just want to rerun that actually, and just get which token we're talking about. So the result count is now 76. So the result token 75 should be our person, shouldn't it? Yeah. So the 75th token is that. So now let's go to our resolve variables. Oh right. Well, whatever. Oh, actually, scoping happens first, doesn't it? So we've lost that 75 thing. Run again. So we go to the tokens list, right. So basically want to be jumping through here until we're at the 75th and see what's going to happen with that. Yeah, it will be the first lot of tokens. All right. It'd be nice if we could do conditional breakpoints. So that's going through 4x4. Is that what it should be doing? Well, whatever. So, yeah, it's definitely 4x4. 75 is what we're looking for. Oh, that went by 3 for some reason. Right, I think I should be able to go through one more. Right, 73. So we've seen the URL. Right, so let's continue. It is a string. This field is a string, so it's expecting an assignation, and then we're expecting a value. Which is what this will be. So yeah, still all it's done here is scope the tokens up. So it's done that. Now what am I able to, what information am I able to use here? Right, push pair. Here we go. Yeah, actually that's not very instructive, is it? Because it's a tree of stuff. I suppose, yeah, it will just be the resolve variables function, isn't it? So what we're talking about here, we're talking about a person, isn't it? So this should all happen, shouldn't it? Right, it's going to be one of these push persons. I think Martin's is first, isn't he? Yeah. So let's continue. This should be me, yeah. So it's the support, which is what we're talking about. Yeah, resolving the string is what it's going to be. If it's a backslash, increment I. So it's going to see. Right, it starts off as H. What we're talking about is this whole thing here. I'm suggesting that if you do this, this, and then this and this, that you should end up with a backslash and then a $sign, aren't I? One backslash. Oh, which this isn't going to actually do, is it? Well, actually, yeah, it is. All it's going to do is increment past it, and then it should, shouldn't it, push the next thing on, if I'm not mistaken. It's incremented I. So I think what that means is that we're now sitting at the third thing. Right. And the next thing is probably going to be the next value, yeah. So we're now sitting at the next thing. We've incremented I. Now, having incremented I, what does this exactly mean for us? We're saying that the base is going to be yeah. I think I see what the problem is. We're now going to just push that on. I think the problem is that what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to skip past the backslash and then extend the string in the book by that new value and then jump over it. That's what I reckon you're supposed to do. Another way to say it is you go to the default. So you sort of, you sort of fall through to the default. Ah, that's what you do, isn't it? When you, what I should do is actually put this down at the bottom before the default, and rather than breaking, make it fall through. Right. That's what I reckon you should do. Let me just let this continue there. I guess to get down to the result. Yeah, see, we've produced just this, which isn't what you'd expect. You would expect to have, as I say, the backslash and then the thing. So that's it, that's the problem. That's all you have to do, right? Let's just run it again. Right, so it has loaded it. This will be the second person we should hit that backslash. Well, yeah, within the sport. Right, here we go. So, the result currently looks like HTTPS. This is quite nice actually, you can just keep stacking through and just print the result. So that it's there. And where we currently are is on the backslash, obviously, because we've hit this case. You fall through, hopefully, yeah. And now we have one backslash, that'll mean. Okay. And then we increment past that thing. Got another backslash. So we increment past that. We're now looking at this. Perfect. And we increment past that. And then we oh yeah, no, it's not this anymore. We're now sitting on this. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I would expect. Can I just delete all? Look at that, how it now lists them all, because it didn't. That's quite nice actually, that's what happens. when it can't determine the width of the thing. That way with the usual case, by the way, that's just because we're within CGTB, but that's popping up like that. So yeah, now we've got 1 backslash and $1, and then the person. Perfect, so that's what we want. Alright, happy we caught that. But what we actually want is this. So it resolves to that. So, here we go. Documentation. We need to tell people how to actually produce these config files. And that should be what the help text does. So let's start off by actually making this do something. Because I is equal to 11, if it's greater than that, then less equals 4. Sure. So yeah, basically all of this is gone, isn't it? I think. Might want to preserve some for the actual thing. So, we do have some options. One thing I'm actually wondering though is not to actually do it like this, but to do it in a way that you can actually typeset it basically. So in the same way that this stuff here is typeset according to how much space you've got available, basically what I would do is in the print usage, I would just type the text. Yeah, you have these great long strings, and then it just lays them out according to how much space you've actually got available to write them. You know, as opposed to this sort of idea here, where I'm sort of baking in the actual typesetting of it. So yeah, we've got flags, options. Let's just start with something. Get some stuff going. So we've only got two, haven't we? We've got C and this, so we've got the help text. Oh, and the versions. Oh, we could have the exit database and exit also. Could have those guys. So yeah, I mean obviously it's just set the config file path, isn't it? So this is going to be dry run mode. I do think I would like to do that typesetting stuff, by the way. What we're basically talking about it's having like the flag, summary, oh sorry, the flag and whatever this would be. The option requires an argument. Okay, so they're calling it an argument. So yeah, you have options and arguments. And then you've got description. Title, option, arguments. Right, that would be what you've got so far. Options, file names. Not sure if... Oh yeah, file names for the config file path actually. Well, hang on. No, that's still just an option. So you wouldn't actually need this at all. I guess I would also say the descriptions could have multiple lines or multiple maybe say multiple lines. You know, so you might want to write the things. Well, actually, we don't have that yet, exactly, I don't think. Alright, yeah. The point of this is to... I also wanted to try and do it kind of succinctly also. I mean, I guess that's just it, isn't it? So that, yeah, the first section doesn't have a space, doesn't have a new line before it. But subsequent sections do have a new line before them. Yeah, so this is a special section. The options section is kind of special because you've got the options, the arguments, and the description. Now when we come down to the configuration, I sort of feel like it's just going to be a whole load of prose, really. Paragraphs, I suppose you'd say. Um, oh right, yeah. So you are going to want to do paragraphs and sort of stuff that's new lines without necessarily being a paragraph that's split. Obviously that's complete garbage. Just sort of thinking of what sort of stuff we need to think about. So yeah, what have we got? We've got strings, numbers, bools is another thing we've got as well actually. And the way we write booleans, just check how we do these. Well, we've got some in the config, haven't we? Yeah, so we just write them like this. So basically, they're basically strings, really. Right, and we actually accept these lot. True, true, true. Yes. False, 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 no. Yeah, and then this is going to want some explanatory stuff. It's like, how do you lay this out exactly? Unless you do it all in one line. And the way this would split, if it's too long, I guess. Would be this, maybe? Unless you say this. Not exactly sure how that would follows. I'm now sort of wondering, is it worth bothering with the whole typesetter thing? Probably isn't really. Yeah, we do have this, which is handy. All right, config types bugs. That's still out, is it? Yeah, I think I would like to use this sort of idea, by the way. So we need to be able to tell people that you can also comment things. That's another thing. Scoping. Basically that. Oh, including. Oh, defaults. Yeah, this doesn't know about lineage, does it? It's the special variables. Okay, variable expansion. Try something here. Let's just say that I use this instead. So we're talking about the HTML dir for the book club. Ah, interesting. That seems to be broken. Unhandled local variable. Right. Why is that unhandled? Let me just see if it... Oh, let's use guest actually. So that's definitely... Yeah, that's... Well, there might not be a guest. There isn't a guest. But yeah, it's saying unhandled variable. Oakley dokley, so we need to handle those actually. So yeah, if it's an owner, if scope post key is equal to ident owner, so it's going through the scope pair count. So yeah, we can only have one owner, but really this should also be saying if it's the, well, hang on, if it's the owner. Oh, that's the point. Oh. I'll tell you why they're not handled. Because you can have multiple of them. But if you've only got one, nah, screw it. Yes, there he is. Origin is a special one also. That's the most parentful project is what I was calling that. So nobody uses it, but let's just stick it in. In here. You end up with risky. Now, isn't that weird? I think what's going on there is because you usually see home at the start of paths. It just assumes that it's supposed to prefix it with the thing, which I guess that's just what happens. Like, what happens if I yeah, so if you put home, and I suppose that does make sense because home itself is actually the whole lot, isn't it? It starts with that. So yeah, if you want to do that, you would do this. It's a similar deal with XD3 home, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, that's fine. That's just how they get resolved. Yeah, and it's only a few, isn't it, actually? So you got the lineage, the origin. Oh no. Support project person. And that's your lot. Here's one for you. I wonder if that's something that I'd like to do actually. You configure it in minutes, basically. So let's make a note to need to do that. This is... Oh, it's not hidden. No. Yeah, hiddenness. We need to be able to say that about the... Oh, actually, mind you, that's going to be in this thing anyway. So I suppose you could maybe say... print type specs. When you're printing the type specs, you might want to say that something has some explanatory information, but you don't want that explanatory information to be actually baked into the type specs, I don't think, because it's just wasteful. So when you're doing the print type specs, you would call the function print type specs. It would loop through them. And yeah, I guess it would just sort of say that it'd have a switch on the identifier. So you could say that if, for example, if we're in the medium and we're looking at the hidden bool, you can explain what that means. Well, the gist of it is and again, like, we're sort of getting back into the area of wanting to typeset these things, right? Because when we print, I suppose maybe we don't necessarily need to typeset them. Yeah, we can just assume that we've got 80 characters available. Actually, let's have a look through these and just see if there's anything that needs to be mentioned. So the title list end, we don't even necessarily, we haven't sorted out how that's going to actually go. We might have to revisit that as we do the template stuff. Ignore privacy. Oh, is that default? The genre? Yeah, just default to video. That's sensible, because we only actually have one genre. We only know about one genre at the moment. Oh, numbering schemes. Yeah, I might have to mention that. So, this is remember that calendrical is one of them. So linear just means 1, 2, 3. Calendrical means right. And seasonal means like, I think it's like this. Let's just see how we actually deal with it. So yeah, actually we don't actually handle them. We did specify that they can exist. But we don't actually, yeah, as I say, we don't actually handle them. That rigorous notion of numbering, goddammit. Yeah, right. So what this is talking about is this stuff here. So 0, 0, 0 is a linear number. Hopefully we'll have a, yeah, so 029.1 is a number. But the way that I actually locate it is 029_1. That's just how I've specified it. You see? So if that is that, it just straight replaces that underscore with a dot. So that's all that's talking about. Similarly here. Yeah, so the idea is that it basically derives it from the file name. I don't know, dude. Do I want to sort that out now? I mean, I guess we've been at this long enough, so we should probably just get this finished. And then think about the numbering schemes a bit later. But all that is to say that all this means is if we set the numbering scheme to linear, then it basically converts this and this, in the file name, it converts this to this. That's all that means. And additionally, it jumps past the ID and then takes the rest as the actual number. That's what it literally does. So it converts only the underscore from this section to a dot. Calendrical, it would be this sort of thing, and seasonal, I think, probably would be this kind of an idea. But I mean, now that we actually had the idea of sub-projects, this kind of a numbering scheme might not even be used by anyone. Right, they might instead just use the linear one, and that they just have each season in its own sub-project. Yeah, that might be how that would go. Anyway, whatever. The origin, yeah, so let's just describe that. Hang on, why can you set the origin? You shouldn't be able to set the origin, I don't think. Because you can't set the lineage. I think that's incorrect. Saying it's a string, a singleton on set. The origin. But that isn't used anywhere else. Oh yeah, it is actually. So you can set the origin in projects. I just don't think that's true. Because all that is supposed to do is let you get the actual most parentful projects. Right, that's all this is doing, it's just going up the scopes until you get to the furthermost parent. Right, and that's literally the only place that is used, which isn't the case for things like ident owner. You'll find this in resolve variables. Or, yeah, push project. And then print project. So yeah, I'm going to say that they're saying, right, you're not supposed to have the origin in the type spec. It's basically right, you set this, but then it's like, well, when does that actually get used? Right, I mean, you could sort of say, at this point, use that there. Well, let's put it in this guy down here, because it's at the bottom. Right, so it's passed the thing in. It's recognised the origin coming through, but it hasn't actually printed it because it's not actually recorded anywhere. And when you get down to the bottom, the HMML dir, it just uses risk as the origin. So yeah, I'm going to just say that that's not right. We need to remove the origin from here and from here. Okay, so probably got down to here, number scheme, owner. Yeah, that's something legit. Player location, player template, quit string, search location, search template. One thing I'm a bit interested in here actually, let's say that I want to order these in some different way. So I've got the templates dir. For example, let's say that I wanted to put the where's the player? There's the player template. Let's say that I wanted to put the player template below the templates dir, search template also below that. Templates dir, search template, player template. Yeah, so you can actually order them in here. Which I might like to do. But I'll leave it as it is. Theme, title list delimiter, yeah, so these guys, pretty amazing that they're still in there actually. Prefix, suffix, title, suffix. So yeah, we really need to sort out what's going on with these. that's something we definitely need to sort that out. And again, I think that's something that I'll do when I'm doing the template stuff. Oh, I kept the notes for this, I wonder. That looks very similar. What's this? Make string underscore. Make string 0 underscore, okay. Required space. Okay, whatever. I doubt we'll find it, honestly. Fully nailed down the title list stuff. I mean, this is just popping up everywhere. Has been the title list and identifier. Somehow indicate to child scripts that they should not absorb any title list stuff. Yeah, it's not in there. No, we kept it. And I think we've lost the old config working thing. I mean, the basic idea about title lists. Oh, hang on, did I do a stream about it actually? So quick gander. possible it's in the config planning. Templates. I like how I've ended up with, I think that's Mio's screen as my image. Config include. All the text available is neither. Be handy if this was indexed actually. Ah, did we actually plan it out in a template itself? I wonder. It's possible that we did. This was February the 5th, so just over a year ago, and I'm like wrapped up warm. I wonder if it was a late. It's 10 o'clock at night. Amazing. Look at all these viewers, 14 views. I've never got today. 9 viewers. Yeah, it's going to be very difficult to find this actually. Oh, Anthony Arnold's website. For some reason I looked at that. So yeah, I couldn't see anything obvious in there. Oh, we've got a UTF-8 in the config. Yeah, which we don't actually do we? In the new printout we don't actually do that UTF-8 wise. I'm just hoping that we handle it roughly okay. this is all from the new place. It's quite recent. I definitely didn't do anything with the template thing recently. So yeah, I don't know where I did that. I might have to just possibly reimagine what I was actually talking about. But we're going for 2 hours, so I'm going to call it there for now. Get some lunch. And then I surely should do some more, shouldn't I, really? Although it is a Friday, should I just treat myself and not bother doing any more? We'll see. We'll see what happens. The general gist, though, of that title list stuff. In fact, did I do it in the config? Consider simplifying or removing the idea of title lists. So I keep mentioning this. Still can't find where I might have done it. Oh yeah, it's not there. Cinera without printf asm. What's that? What is this? Is that just a dump that I did from GDB? Who knows? Config full. Let's see if it's in here. Yeah, I just don't know where that's going to be. The general gist, right. Title lists. So there's a title suffix here. Oh, actually, we just kind of spec it out in here. Title suffix. So I think this is actually where the planning sort of went. So the idea of the title list thing was basically, I think I need to remove that origin, don't I? Yeah. We've got this project book here, right? This guy's parent would be Risky, but it doesn't have a title. This project has a title, Book Club. This project in turn has a child, Coad. Coad's title is Computer Organisation and Design. What we're basically suggesting in this title suffix business is, in setting the book's title suffix to be a colon and a space, you basically end up with its children getting the title of Book Club, colon space, Computer Organisation and Design. Right, so it looks like this basically. So when you use well, what are these guys saying? So they're saying that the Cinera parent title will be Book Club. They're saying here that the Cinera project lineage will be this. I'm not sure about that. But that was the general gist of the title suffix and the title list thing. It was essentially figuring out how to construct basically extended titles of like multiple projects. That was basically the idea. Because the way that it's going to go actually with Risky Business or with the Book Club, we've got Book Club here, right? Computer Organisation Design 1.1 and that. So in this one it's going to say welcome to Computer Organisation Design. Basically the idea was with this title list thing, title list, it would be in this sort of an area. It would say welcome to Book Club colon Computer Organisation and Design. And then I guess by a similar token, when you're in here, it would like say, just toggle that guy off. Yeah, it would say like Book Club colon Computer Organisation and Design. And I mean, like practicing programming in C, let's just say that I come down with this one project, practicing programming in C. Right, so I call it that. But let's say that I start to do practicing programming in a different language. I might conceivably split this out into practicing programming in C and practicing programming in JAI. Right. But you actually have like you actually call the parent project practicing programming, and then this guy you just call it in C and in JAI. Right. But whenever you see this project name, it's not just going to be in C, right? It's not going to say just in C or in here. In C, maybe not. Well, I guess more specifically, it'd be this really. It'd end up saying welcome to in C. What you'd really like it to say is welcome to practicing programming in C, wouldn't you? Or welcome to practicing programming in JI. Or for the final one, you'd say you've arrived at the end. You've arrived at the current end of practicing programming in C. Is what you'd want it to say. So yeah, that's a general gist. We'll see if we need to do that for anyone. I mean, it's really book club actually. It's the only one that I really would possibly need it for at the moment. I don't think any of the handmade here is needed necessarily. Yeah, and maybe, I guess, actually, if people want that combination, they can just do it, can't they? They just add the stuff themselves. There's nothing to stop them doing that, is there? It would really be a convenience thing. So yeah, anyway, that'll do for now. Done plenty of stuff, and we've started off looking at the actual programming search function. So yeah, we've got 0 C 0 E V and H, C E and H. So we need the versions. That is what that should do, isn't it? Display versions and exits. Yeah. Display examine database and exit. But this doesn't work, does it? Yeah. Double check that will all work. I think it will. Yeah. Just a little bit more concise. definitely it. So, thank you very much, Hairs and Heroes, for being here, for being beautiful, and for being, gosh, what would it be? Documentary. Yeah, thank you for being documentary. So until next time, farewell for now.